No idea when that thing went off. So a dominated strategy is, using the textbook here, a losing strategy. Regardless of her opponent's strategy. And strategies. So a couple little things with these definitions to point out. So it's a losing strategy, in fact I kind of left it off here, for a player, which is what sorry, you can sneak that in. There's a couple things I want to highlight for you. A dominated strategy, we're looking at a strategy for a single player, regardless of her opponent's, apostrophe plural, so you could have multiple opponents, not just a one-on-one thing, strategies. So after looking at all my opponent's choices, if there's a choice that's completely dominated, kind of a bonehead choice, so to speak, then I'm going to avoid that. And likewise, if there's a dominant strategy, then I'm going to jump all over that. Okay. So the little payoff matrix business, where we have agent A, agent B, maybe it's Abe and Betty, choosing whether to go with X-rays or yo-yos, X-rays or yo-yos, and they have payoffs of L and M and Q and R and S and T and W and Z. I'm just making up letters. All I want to say is that that is called the normal form of a game. The normal form. Also called the strategic form, and I'm not sure if the text ever refers to it as that, but the normal form of a game. And we'll use quite a few of those. And the other form is called, and they do put both, decision tree or extensive form. So if we take A, person A, and we do this little game tree thing, choosing X or Y, and getting then to B's choice of choosing X or Y or X or Y, and then I'll leave off the payoffs here, or I won't go into all those details. If you get a game that looks like that, that's called the extensive game. Extensive. Extensive form. Also called the decision tree. Or I might call it the game tree. So it looks like a tree with branches. That's the extensive form of the game. It doesn't show any different information, correct. But as we start to get into a sequential game with multiple branches, then this can convey more information than this in one setup. So that's where this one gets more into sequential games, where we're choosing, just like we did with Oil Pro and Grease Tech, what if Oil Pro gets to go first, Grease Pro gets to go second? This one might be easier to track through a sequential game using the extensive form as opposed to this one. But you're absolutely correct. We can duplicate the data. So there's two different forms, two different tools to analyze games. One might be more convenient than the other depending on the circumstances. Okay, let's call it a day there. That's just a little sneak peek of